Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Our topic today is semantic features. So we continue our discussion of lexical semantics as we discussed in previous videos. In this course we're discussing lexical semantics and sentential semantics. Lexical semantics has to do with the semantics of individual words, where sentential or phrasal semantics has to do with the semantics of sentences, individual sentences, or the relationship between different sentences. For lexical semantics, we discussed theories of word meaning, like the theory of reference and the theory of sense, prototypes, and so on. We also discussed lexical relations, different lexical relations that exist between different words, like synonymy, antonymy, collocations, and so on. Also in previous videos we discussed semantic change, so the different types of semantic changes that individual words go through. And today we will conclude our discussion of lexical semantics with discussing semantic features again of individual words. So to start with defining semantic features, let's consider the following sentence. The hamburger ate the boy. So my question to you, what's wrong with this sentence? Because obviously there is something wrong with this sentence. In terms of the structure or the syntax of the sentence is well formed and correct. But what about the meaning or the semantics? Of course, there is something wrong with this sentence. So the components of the conceptual meaning of the noun hamburger must be significantly different from those of the noun boy, allowing one, not the other, to make sense with the verb ate. So it's okay to say that the boy ate the hamburger, but not the other way around. Why? Because of this idea of conceptual meaning or semantic features of the noun hamburger and the noun boy. So quite simply, the kind of noun used with ate must denote an entity that is able of eating. So the noun hamburger doesn't have this property and the noun boy does. So we can make this observation more generally applicable by trying to determine the crucial elements or feature of meaning. And mind you, so this crucial element or feature of meaning is actually what we call semantic feature. So we make this observation by trying to determine the crucial element or feature of meaning that any noun must have in order to be used as the subject of the verb ate, or collocates basically with the verb ate. Such an element may be as general as animate being. So we can say that any animate being, we can say that the cat ate the hamburger or the dog ate the hamburger. It doesn't have to be a human being, but it has to be an animate being. So we can use this idea to describe part of the meaning of words as having either plus or minus that particular feature. Of course, in this case, it's going to be plus animate or minus animate. So the noun that collocates with ate, or the noun that could be the subject of ate, which is in this case should be the boy, should have the semantic feature plus animate, and not the semantic feature minus animate. So let's consider some other examples. The door kicked the man. The ship died. Again, are they wrong grammatically? No, they are grammatically, they are well-formed sentences and they are correct. Is the syntax incorrect? No, actually the syntax is correct. So then what's the problem? The problem is that they are wrong semantically or semantically odd, because a non-living entity cannot perform the action of kicking or dying. So only living entities can perform these actions. So the entity or noun able to perform these actions should have an attribute or a semantic feature plus animate. So door and ship lack this crucial feature or attributes that are required to kick and die, hence the odd meaning of the sentences. So this leads us to discuss the definition of semantic features. So semantic features are conceptual elements by which a person understands the meanings of words and sentences. Like female, for example, is a semantic feature of the noun girl. The important point to note here is that semantic features are conceptual elements, meaning they exist in our minds, in our mental lexicon. So they are basically not something to be discussed or proven through the grammar of the language, for example, because as we've seen in previous sentences, the grammar is correct, but the problem is a problem of meaning, and the problem of meaning has to do with the concepts in our minds, basically. So these bits of information are some of the semantic features of the word on which speakers of the language agree on. So again, we as speakers of the language implicitly agree that there are some crucial semantic features that exist within the meaning of different nouns or verbs. Like the noun girl, for example, must have the semantic feature plus female. Any noun that could be the subject of the verb ate, for example, must have the semantic feature plus animate, and this is why the sentence sounded awkward, because we as speakers of the language agree on the semantic features that should go of the subject that should go with the verb ate. So let's consider this example. Ali picked up his daughter and swung her. So what semantic features should Ali have? Let's consider it together. Is Ali a human being or an animal? Of course, he's a human being, so it should be plus human. Is he a male or a female? Of course, he's a male, so plus male. Is he an adult or a child? He's an adult, so he should. The Ali should have plus adult as one of the crucial semantic features of this noun. What about the daughter? Let's see together. Is she a human being or an animal? If we think in terms of the minus, then we'll say that she has the minus animal semantic feature. Is she a male? No, then minus male. Is she an adult? No, then minus adult. If we want to consider the plus semantic features, then we would say that she is plus human, plus female, plus child. So one of the benefits of semantic features is that semantic feature analysis allows us to decompose words into bundles of attributes, as we have just seen. So let's see more examples to further illustrate this point. Some important semantic features for nouns, for example, would be plus or minus count. So town as a countable noun versus sand minus count, or because of course it's uncountable. Minus or plus concrete. So we have butter versus commitment, for example. Butter plus concrete, commitment minus concrete. Plus or minus animate, which we already discussed in previous examples. So chicken would be minus animate, chicken will be plus animate, and table will be minus animate. Plus or minus human, so student will be plus human, but elephant minus human. Plus or minus male or plus or minus female. So we have bull versus cow. Of course, bull will be plus male minus female, and cow will be plus female minus male. And the last example we have here is plus or minus collective. So we have collective nouns. So player will be minus collective. It's not a collective noun, but team is a collective noun, would be plus collective. So let's further discuss the importance of semantic features. We did discuss before that semantic feature analysis helps us decompose the meaning of nouns into bundles of attributes. So semantic features also help us understand the difference between antonyms and near synonyms among other semantic relations. So we discussed before that no two words have exactly the same meaning, or else this would be a waste of language. So let's consider these two near synonyms, happy and thrilled. So as we can see, both nouns have the semantic features plus emotion and plus positive. There is only one extra layer of meaning, or one extra semantic feature that exists in thrilled but doesn't exist in happy, which is plus excitement. So actually, again, these are some conceptual features, conceptual semantic features that can help us better understand the different relations between words. So to illustrate more, if the words are fairly similar, they may be made as specific as required. So we have king and duke. They may share the features of being plus human, plus male, plus adult, plus royal. But there is only one semantic feature that will distinguish between these two nouns, which are plus ruler and minus ruler. So for the king, plus ruler, and duke, minus ruler. So again, one of the benefits of semantic features is that semantic features can help us define certain lexical relations more precisely. So in the previous examples we discussed synonymy or near synonymy. So now we have a couple of nouns that are actually antonyms. So we have happy and sad. So these two nouns share the same the same semantic features, which is plus emotion. However, there is one semantic feature, a difference in one semantic feature makes these two nouns actually antonyms and not synonyms, which is plus positive and minus positive for sad. So as you could see here, two words share the same features except for one semantic feature, which turn these two nouns into antonyms. So why is it important to discuss semantic features, or what are some of the benefits of studying semantic features? As we just mentioned, it shows in what ways words are similar or different, draws attention to the unique attributes of a specific word, it enhances vocabulary skills, and it's actually sometimes used in teaching vocabulary, and it also erases confusions about certain words. So for vocabulary teaching, sometimes semantic features analysis is performed and used through a grid. And here is an example for the grid for analysis of king and duke and the difference. So they share most of the semantic features except the semantic feature ruler. So let's try to fill in this semantic feature grid for slippers, joggers, and high heels. For clothing, slippers would be minus clothing, joggers plus clothing, and high heels minus clothing. For footwear, slippers plus footwear, joggers minus footwear, and high heels plus footwear. For going out, probably slippers would be minus, joggers plus, high heels plus. Comfortable, the first two would be plus, high heels generally would be minus. For running, of course, joggers would be plus, high heels and slippers minus. For formal wear, both slippers and joggers will be minus and high heels plus. So as you can see, this grid helps us or of course it's for vocabulary teaching, so you can use this if you're a teacher, you can use this with your students. It's a nice way to differentiate between items that may look similar on the surface. So this brings me to the end of this presentation where we discuss semantic features, which falls under lexical semantics. So this is the conclusion of our discussion of lexical semantics, where we discuss different theories of word meaning, different lexical relations that exist between different words, also the different types of semantic changes that words experience over time, and today we discuss semantic features. Here are my references. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye.